Welcome to the morning after Super Bowl 26 here in the CFFL. We'll get right away into the action this very, very quick show today. We will go into the week that was. First of all, Super Bowl 26, unfortunately for me, saw In Rodgers We Trust take down myself, 58-53, kind of a low-scoring Super Bowl. A game I thought I had a good shot at winning, going into the week with matchups. I happened to stumble across the box score. I'd never really clicked that button. I always just used FantasyCast, and I saw that I would have beaten Rebec the last 6 weeks we played, and I thought, oh, that could be trouble. Law averages and all that good stuff. And then at halfway through the week, or it was about halfway through the afternoon games on Sunday, and I was ahead by 20 points. I'm like, oh, this is looking really good. And then Philip Lindsay scored, and Miles Sanders scored, and my 20-point lead turned into like a 2-point deficit. And Anthony Miller and Mike Boone, who could have been a fantasy god had he made a lot of people win, or a villain in some cases if he would have beat some people. Unfortunately, they turned in duds. And Dan Bailey did enough to get him the win. So congratulations to T. Reeves winning his first ever Super Bowl championship, as he won 58-53. In the third place game, the Bucks, capping off their really good season, probably his best season, take down the Dingos 76-31. Lamar Jackson, again, huge. Top 10 pick next year, probably. We'll see. Maybe be a second rounder like Mahomes was, but we'll find out. Dingos did not have a good game. They own no players above 6 points this week. And the Horn Dogs take down the Minotaurs 75.5-66. In this one, in the consolation round, as you can see, first year that the Horn Dogs have won it. And luckily this year, it's kind of nice with Jim not being with us anymore, that Krivitz person who knew Jim, will get to bring home the beautiful Jim Shavina consolation belt. Scott, you're number 7, so congratulations with that. Take a look at prize money. Most points in the year like we had last year. The Bucks have won 90 with that, plus the $100 they won for third place, so $190 for the Bucks. Pun not intended there. Not bad. Bruisers won 10. Little Big Men won 50. Gargoyles won 30. Black Dingos won 75. Myself, I won 200, and in Rodgers We Trust won 325 for winning their first Super Bowl. This year wasn't my best year. Probably third best points in record. Third best team by points. However, I capped off a 5-year really good stretch for me. Of the last 5 years, 4 years ago, I had the best team and did not make it to the Super Bowl. I lost in the semifinal round due to Danny Woodhead and the 4 touchdowns, which still gets me burnt. It grinds me. 3 years ago, I had the second best team and lost to The Price is Right in the Super Bowl. And then 2 years ago, I had the second most points and missed the playoffs at the second worst record. Last year, I had the best team in league history and lost in the Super Bowl. Just the most points, over 1,000, almost 12. I think almost 1,200 some points. No one has ever had only one team's had over 1,000 besides me. And then this year, having the third best team and losing in the Super Bowl. So 3 out of 4 years, I've been in 3 out of 5 years. 3 out of 4 years, I've been in the Super Bowl. Going for a Holzbauer record of 4 out of 5 Super Bowls, which he had. And also, no team has not had 3 straight Super Bowls since back in the early ages. I was in the first 4 Super Bowls. Not as much competition as there is now. So we'll see how it plays out next year. Next year, we'll see, can T. Reeves win back-to-back Super Bowls? Can Team Price is Right return to glory? A couple of those new teams, Dr. Dangerous, can they get their first playoff win? And the other new team, Griff's Gargoyles, can they get their first playoff win? 16th year. We'll consider you an expansion team that way, Griff. I think everyone else has a playoff win. Horn Dogs winning the consolation round usually means a good season the next year, pretty much guaranteed playoffs, it seems like. So we'll probably see him in the playoffs. Can I make my 3rd straight Super Bowl, which hasn't been done since 1997? We'll see. So then we are done with the show today. We are done with fantasy football for the year. I'm going to have a helper here today. So, Emma, what do we say to everybody?
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Hope you have a good Merry Christmas and a good New Year, good holidays. We'll see you next year in the fantasy draft. Sorry, I'm going to win it next year, guys. You'll just have to deal with it, but you guys can fight for second. So thanks a lot. Thanks for tuning in. See you next year. Bye.